Hi friends, welcome back to FATAFAT English with ABHISHEK sir. In this video today, I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm going to talk about a lady who has made it big on internet. I was recently browsing through internet and I came across a channel, English with Dehati Madam. And there is a lady called Yashoda. Her name is Yashoda, and she's from a very poor background, as she has already discussed in the videos, and she has created a YouTube channel. Well, there I saw that she speaks only English. She's from a very poor background, as she has discussed in the videos, and I've seen her videos. She is able to speak English. However, she makes mistakes, but that does not stop her. Well, a lot of English learners, try to speak English, but they somehow give up. They do not put their heart and soul into learning English, and after a few days, they stop learning. They stop watching YouTube videos, they stop reading stuff in English, and they find it difficult to, make progress in spoken English. They find it difficult to learn new words, and they get stuck with English grammar. Basically, guys, once you have a zeal to learn anything, you can. You can. There should be an inspiration within. Well, I'm very impressed with, that lady, Dehati Ma'am, the way she makes videos sitting in a field or sitting in the kitchen or on terrace. I've seen many of her videos and I'm very impressed. She has been a very inspiring lady for the people who want to develop their spoken English confidence. She speaks English. Like today, I'm speaking English with you. Basically, my main job is to motivate you to speak English. My main concern is to make my students speak English fluently and confidently. And that's why I'm shooting this video, to just give you an idea. If she can do it, you can also do it. She is not very educated, but I wonder how she has improved her spoken English confidence. The way she speaks, she makes sentences without even grammar. Without even translation, she makes sentences and she is able to express what she does or what she feels. So if she can do it, in my opinion, anybody can do it. She's not very good looking and she's from a rural background. Her families, or I must say her family members, do not, I think, support her. But now she has started earning money through YouTube channel. She practices in the YouTube videos. She is all alone and she's doing all her responsibilities of the families, but she has created a new way to make money. Recently, I saw her videos on juice talks and I was very impressed. Even I could not make it, but I can speak English. I can speak English. A lot of people in India, need to speak English for their workplaces, for their schools, for their jobs, for qualifying their interviews, their competitions, but they're unable to do it because, they're not concerned with their future. They're concerned with getting into a career, getting into a job. Well, a lot of people go to, different colleges and, they're unable to understand their books, their syllabus, they're unable to participate in the classes. I've been training the people for almost 22 years and I have seen, lakhs of my students doing well, but only a few of them are doing extraordinarily well, just because they were serious. When they used to come to me, they would speak English, they would do their homeworks, they would attend their classes every day, and even they had created a group of English speaking friends. But these days, this device has created a spoil sport. This mobile has created a mess. It has a lot of distractions. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your WhatsApp create a lot of nuisance in your life. And I was very disheartened by a comment, by a famous YouTuber, Mahatma Ji Technical. He created a video about Dehati Madam, and he was appreciating ma'am that she speaks English in all the videos. That is, of course, commendable. But he was criticizing English language trainers on YouTube. That most of the English language trainers on YouTube do not speak English fluently. They are unable to speak English. They teach most of the content in Hindi. Well, basically, I believe a lot of people in India, especially Hindi speaking people, need to understand the basics in their mother tongue. Once they're able to understand the basics in their mother tongue, they'll be able to understand fast, right? Once you're watching an English video, of course you can understand, you can listen, you can understand, and you can understand only a few sentences. You can memorize a few sentences, but basically to speak English, the basic concepts should be clarified by the trainer. And by speaking Hindi in my videos, I try to give them all the clarifications, but it does not mean that we English language trainers cannot speak English. So his question was quite offensive for me. That's why I'm creating this video. This is my reply to Mahatma Ji Technical, especially. Right, basically, you are doing very well, of course, in the field of YouTube, but how many of your students are doing well on YouTube? Of course, you have created a lot of courses. Well, I also went through his entire album of the courses in the app, but they're charging a very heavy amount. They are not even helping the people the right way. They create videos about YouTube development, niche clarity, or even the title tag descriptions. I've been watching those videos for quite a long time, but I've been unable to grow my channel. So, well, in my opinion, emotions work. Emotions work. Stories work. No matter how great trainer you are, no matter how great you are, how vast knowledge you have in your particular field. But to grow on YouTube, you need emotions in your stories. You should have a poor background. You should have a story having a very sad climax, like it happens in our Bollywood movies. The climax are always tragic, and the movie becomes a phenomenal success. So, well, I don't have such a poor story. I don't have such an emotional story, but a lot of people who teach English or who have their spoken English courses can speak English very well. One does not have right to question their abilities. They have already changed the lives of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And you have no right to question their abilities. So I strongly condemn his comment on English trainers' abilities. Well, I've created almost 700 to 800 videos on my channel, and I've been constantly working to grow my YouTube channel, where I talk about the basics, the beginner level, and the advanced level, or even sometimes the super advanced level. Basically, in my opinion, one needs to be serious. It's a systematic process. It's a gradual process. You learn to speak English only by way of grasping the content, the right input through the eyes and through the ears. Once you do it on a regular basis, you will of course be able to speak English confidently, naturally, correctly, and just like a native speaker. Well, I've seen a lot of English trainers speak in Hindi just to help their audience. There are audiences from rural background. There are people who could not even study or who did not take the right education. They are unable to understand everything, English to English. So the medium is their mother tongue, their Hindi. I agree. There are a few English language trainers who cannot speak English well. Their pronunciations are not good. Their sentence formations are not good. But you cannot bring everybody into the same category. So my sincere advice to you is to be serious. You must become serious and you must make it big in English. Once you're able to watch videos in English and you follow a few English language trainers, these days it has become very easy. These days it has become very easy to learn this art of spoken English. And of course, once you speak English well, your confidence is high, your communication skills are good, your presentations are great, you can open the gateway to multiple entries. You can open the gateway to success. Well, spoken English is, of course, a guarantee to a better future. Well, a lot of jobs in today's era require you to speak in English. But people are going to English medium schools. They're able to write, they're able to read, they're able to understand. But after a short while, they come down to Hindi. And this is what is the problem. So, just to overcome this problem, they're supposed to work constantly on their spoken English. Of course, but once it comes to learning spoken English, what people do generally? They go to English grammar, they study some English grammar lessons, and they start translating. But this is not the right way. Let's go back to the past of your childhood. The way you learnt Hindi language. Of course, you listened to everything in Hindi. You read everything in Hindi. You understood everything in Hindi, and then you one day started speaking. So, the journey to become fluent in any language has the same process. But there are a few teachers who teach grammar and emphasize a lot on grammar, but they themselves do not speak English. They are unable to speak English flawlessly. Basically, I must say that it is entirely a different process to learn, to learn this art of spoken English and to develop fluency. Well, the sentence formation comes by listening. And listening is the biggest exercise. While you are trying to develop your spoken English confidence, however, there are multiple apps which have multiple features, like you can learn vocabulary, you can learn sentences, you can learn sentence formation, but this is not going to help. You've got to speak, you've got to speak, you've got to speak, you've got to read, you've got to write, you've got to listen to English, all the English content, every time. And these days, there are several podcasts while you're traveling, while you're, in bed, while you're free. So listen to some podcast every day. While you're listening to a podcast, you will get new information as well as you will listen to English. And this English will subconsciously go to your mind and improvise your, understanding about spoken English. So, well, guys, I think I've spoken enough for, inspiring you. And I've given a reply to Mahatma Ji Technical, and I have also applauded, a great lady, an upcoming star in India, Dehati Madam. English with Dehati Madam. I've been a great fan of Dehati Madam, and I really like the way she shoots videos, the way she speaks. However, a lot of people criticize in the comments that she makes a lot of mistakes, grammatical mistakes, but she is a learner. She is not an English language trainer. She will improvise by time. She will definitely, and once she has come this much far, she of course is going to go a lot far. She's going to cover a long distance. Now she has started making money. She will start learning it gradually, and she will start correcting her own mistakes. So I hope now you have understood that English language trainers can speak English very well. They can speak English fluently and they can deliver all the content in English too. But but you should have some respect for the people who are making you live a better life. So, all the very best. Take care of yourself. Like this video and write a beautiful comment for this video. Thank you.